Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
During quarantine, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
It didn't take long for us to become completely obsessed with the show,
But one of the things we love the most are the brilliant end credit sequences.
which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us on the very first Credit Score spinoff, Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
Say it.
Chip Chipperoo. We've got a couple votes for Chip Chipperoo.
We have a couple updates about
Okay.
Chip Chipperoo.
We've got one for Chip Chipperoo to stay, and one like lukewarm. I guess I can handle Chip
She said-
Chipperoo.
Like, I'm growing accustomed to it. Max, okay, there's one person who adamantly is for Chip Chipperoo. And then Max emails me while I'm in my office, minding my own business, working, and he's like, another vote for Chip Chipperoo. And I read the message, and it was like, I'm starting to tolerate it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a vote for me.
That's all I can ask for. The way I think of it is that one more episode or two, she's going to be on board for Chip Chipperoo.
I love it.
It's hard to not get attached to it.
Okay.
Anyway,
It's been hard.
for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You've been struggling over there. We are here to talk about Bob's Credits, the end credits to Bob's Burgers. That's what this podcast is. I'm Max. Over there is Skylar. And next to her, as always, is the sleeping little baby Biscuit.
He's just snuggled up next to me.
He's snuggled up. He watched this episode of Bob's with us like he always does. It's episode 3 of season 2 we're getting into here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And before we get into that, we like to play our favorite game.
Oh, yes. I'm ready.
It's called Bob Pun or Max Pun. Bob makes burger puns every episode. Max makes burger puns every episode of Bob's Credits. And Skylar tries to guess who made what pun.
Let's do it.
Okay. Your first pun, Skylar, is the Judy Garlic Burger.
I'm going Bob.
Wrong.
No.
That is a Max.
I thought I recognized that from the show. Okay.
Your next pun is Nacho Average Burger comes with a side of nachos.
Definitely Max.
Yes. Your next pun is Curry on My Wayward Son Burger. No, I correct that. Curry on My Wayward Bun. Double the puns.
Well, okay, now the double pun is throwing me because that leans more Max, but I'm going to say Bob.
That's correct.
And the reason I say that is you don't cook with curry a lot, and so I don't think that's like at the forefront of your mind.
Noted. I will use a lot of curry puns moving forward. And your final pun is
Wait, do one right now.
a curry one?
Yeah, on the spot.
A curry, you can't curry love.
See what I mean, folks? He is so good.
I'm going to edit
For
that so it sounds a lot
Valentine's Day.
quicker. Yeah. Can't curry love. Oh, you just have to wait. Okay. Your last pun is I know what you did last summer, squash burger.
Bob.
Damn. Yes, that is correct.
Once again, you would cook with squash. You would never say to me, Skylar, should we maybe do some summer squash?
Okay. I'm going
You
to start.
just would never.
I'm going to start using
Exotic ingredients.
yeah,
Not that summer squash
only
is
exotic ingredients from now on. It's going to
Okay.
be like dragon fruit. How to train your dragon fruit burger. Damn, I just
love
wasted
it.
one.
You guys, do you see how good he is at this?
Okay. Should we get into the episode and then get in these credits?
How about some like validation for me? Like, wow, Skylar, you're like so good at this.
Skylar, you were incredible. I cannot believe how many of those you guessed right. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't realize that Judy Garlic Burger was me, when you know that I've played the Tin Man multiple times in many productions of The Wizard of Oz in my past.
You guys, my photo for Max when it rings is him as the Tin Man
in high school.
in high school.
If people want to see that, we will post that to our Instagram. But
people, you do want to see this.
No.
And I'm in a rat costume, right?
On mine, you were originally in a rat costume from your ballet years.
The Nutcracker.
But now you're in a Hogwarts costume from when we went to Harry Potter World, the Wizarding World in Universal.
That's when you had gotten me hooked on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
That was pre J.K. Rowling going completely bad. So it was still
Keep
like
the books.
You weren't like questioning your
JK.
loyalty to that property.
You mean you weren't questioning your like whole freaking childhood?
Right.
Except you didn't read them, so you actually cannot be part of this conversation.
I'm a good chunk older than you, so I was kind of past the demographic.
I was Harry Potter's age, and everyone who was Harry Potter's age, you got to like age with them because she released a book every year.
I got into the movies very late, and I really enjoyed the movies.
Okay.
Especially the later ones. So we enjoy ourselves a little visit to the Wizarding World occasionally.
Yeah, not anymore. Not right now.
Not now. You can't
We
go
had to
there.
cancel our
No amount
Disneyland
of magic.
trip, too.
Yeah, no amount of magic could help you from not catching COVID at the theme parks.
Yep. All right. We were doing so good. We were so on track.
Went on a tangent. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So this is episode 3. Skylar, can we have title and synopsis, please?
All right. The title is Synchronized Swimming. Linda will not stop doing the kids' homework, like creating a tribal mask for Jean's history project, and Bob's obsessed with his new soft serve machine. Meanwhile, the kids find a way to ditch PE by convincing Mr. Frann to let them do a synchronized swimming independent study.
That's it.
Well, I mean, that's just a little teaser. Lots more happens in the episode.
A lot does happen, as we'll see as we kind of catch up with them at the end of the episode. Right. This episode was released on March 25th, 2012, and was written by Holly Schlesinger, or Schlesinger, one of those two. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Holly. And directed by Anthony Chun. I only have one fun fact from this episode, and that's that this episode was the only episode in the entire second season to get a TV PG rating. So I think they were all like TV PG-13.
Oh, that's interesting. I loved this episode and did not notice that it was like any less raunchy at all.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty raunchy. Poop humor. A lot of poop humor, as we'll see at the very end of this episode.
Is quintessential PG.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like a huge poop humorist. It's not my favorite category of humor. But these 3 poop jokes right before we go into the credits, they're just great. It's such a strong ending to an episode.
And I feel like this episode is kind of where, because Louise is running this con on Mr. Frann, this is where their rivalry, her and Mr. Frann, just like hate each other. I feel like it really starts here because she's tricking him. She's, and she's always leading the way. Jean and Tina don't do these things without Louise's.
But that's like the beauty of it.
Right.
Like, she'll incite something and they'll back her up, or the kids will be in trouble. The other siblings will be in trouble and she'll be right there to help them.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. I love it.
I just want to point out that Biscuit's been licking his crotch for the past 90 seconds straight.
Oh, my Biscuit.
Oh, my baby.
Oh, baby. Licking his baby.
Biscuit, hopefully some of the sound is picking up on this.
Oh my gosh.
This microphone.
Speaking of which, so Max and I do couples therapy because we're very into therapy. This relationship is not going up in flames. It's helped us a lot.
No, we do it to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Grow. No, that was not it.
That was not the word I was looking
Connect,
for. We do it to
heal.
We do it to maintain.
Yeah, it's okay. This isn't a self-help podcast. Sorry, I just got off the computer doing like inspirational speaking, so now I wanted to say something really inspirational, but this is different.
Watching Bob's is self-help, by the way.
Oh, 100%. Just like a warm blanket. Hold on, there's a point I mentioned therapy. So we've only done one Zoom session with our therapist. So this is the first time we've done it over Zoom at home. So Biscuit got to be there. And we were talking about something really serious, and Biscuit is sitting in between us on the couch, just like licking himself, and it is so loud.
Yeah, it was the loudest, and we were both trying to like ignore it. But then at the same time, we were both like, should we just say something? Because this is really
Because what
distracting.
if she hears it? Because he was off camera, so she just heard this. Oh, God.
Biscuit did not like that story. He jumped off the couch to leave you, and now he's sitting alone on the other side of the room.
I embarrassed him.
Yeah.
Oh, my baby.
Oh, don't talk about his crotch licking like that.
Okay. He's ashamed.
For everyone to hear.
All right.
Should we get into
Was that worth it?
I think so.
I think so, too.
Should we get into these credits?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to play the last few moments. They have just finished their horrible... They had to empty the pool because Louise apparently pooped in the pool or pranked pooped in the pool.
Right.
So they had to empty the water and they had to synchronize swim in just an empty pool.
Right.
So this is just after the end of that.
And the reason they're all together is that, Linda was supposed to not come to the rescue of her children anymore because they needed a synchronized swimming adult, as Jean says. So she does come back and rescue them. So they're all at the pool.
Are we just going to ignore the fact that Louise pooped in the pool?
Ignore it. I named it Jezebel.
Aw, my little grandduty.
Okay, before we keep playing this, I just want to point out that we see the generic setup that we've been seeing.
Wait, hold on. I got to rewind.
Oh,
I just
you
need
want to
to
talk
comment.
about that? You want to talk about the poop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jezebel is the perfect name for Louise's poop.
Yeah.
For a grand duty.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
all so natural. They're such a good family.
I
Oh,
know.
my little grand dude. She's so proud of her.
I know. I love
put,
that.
She put poop in the pool and she's proud of her.
I love it. Who would we have been if we had gotten that much support in our lives?
Oh, man.
Or would be pooping in pools. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I definitely have never done that I can think of.
But you know what you have done?
What?
We were rewatching this episode.
I don't know where this is going.
We were rewatching this episode and, because Linda's now shown up at the school and technically she's their teacher. And so Max turns to me and says, Skylar, my mom substitute taught one time. And he just paused and I go, you were naughty, weren't you? He was like, yeah. And he was so earnest.
My poor mother came, I think it was like third grade or something like that. And I would not let her teach the class. I was a monster. She'd never let me forget it.
But it was sweet how earnest you were about it. All right. So here we are.
Yeah. Okay. So generic end credit sequence. They're in the kitchen, the three of them, Bob, Louise, Tina.
And we hear
they're
two
in color.
things.
Yes. We hear kind of like a surfing
Upbeat
beach bop music.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear heavy breathing like Darth Vader. Exactly.
Right.
Like Darth Vader.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you want to explain those sounds?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Let's do the music.
Let's do the music.
We'll let the reveal of the breathing happen naturally.
Yeah. Early in the episode, Bob has a fantasy about his ice cream machine and he's
Classic
serve
like
it.
50s beach movie kind of vibes.
He's going to serve it to everyone and it's going to just be
It's going to be a spearmint
utopia.
commercial.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the music that's playing over his fantasy.
Yep.
So that's what we hear. So let's listen a little bit more.
Butt scratch.
Another butt scratch.
Heavier breathing.
It's getting bigger. Okay, so then we see in the window where Linda usually pops into frame, she comes in wearing the mask that she made for Gene for his homework project or whatever, the Navajo tribal warrior mask or something.
I couldn't remember the exact thing that she called it, but yes.
Either whatever it is,
It's
I'm
for
sure
a
it's
history
I'm sure it's
project.
offensive or incredibly culturally appropriated.
But it's for history class. Like,
True.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
We're not the ones to be answering that question.
That's
probably.
true. That's true. I don't understand why she breathes so heavily through it, but I enjoy it. It doesn't seem like you would breathe that heavily through this mask that she's
So the
wearing.
reason they've chosen to do this is when she gives the project, the mask to Jean, he's like, it smells like you. And she's like, yeah, I've been wearing it all day. So she was folding laundry wearing it.
Yeah.
And that it was the same breathing. But I thought it was because we're a water episode and I had totally forgot about the mask the first time I watched it. I thought it was someone underwater, and before the mask reveal, I couldn't figure it out because you're right. Like, does a mask really make that big of a sound?
No, it's
Maybe
so
if
funny,
you're like
but
Jason and Halloween.
not even, no, because Jason's so silent. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a mask that's, I'd say, similar as far as like ventilation goes.
Yeah.
It really sounds like
a stalker underwater. Like if it were a horror film, like someone's like has one of those.
It's Darth Vader, which is a ventilator,
Right.
in his mask.
I don't. Star Wars.
Skylar hates Star Wars. I'm lukewarm about Star Wars. Skylar hates it.
I did. We went to Disneyland and saw the new land, and it was pretty cool. But I love Carrie Fisher, so I'll do it for her. But so sue me.
I'm with you. Let's get to the rest of these credits here. Okay, Linda has now carried the hamburger out of the window, and we're waiting for our fourth member of the family to appear. Oh, there's Gene in his little burger costume.
Cute. And then the music cuts, and we just hear this really creepy breathing.
Yeah, this is another example of where the credits end and breathing keeps going past the credits.
To the card. But there was some just breathing in the kitchen, which I liked too. We did it.
We did. Do you want to point out your favorite part of those end credits? Least favorite part?
I like the reveal of the mask because it does like pique my interest. So I liked that a lot. That being said, I thought it was going to be something else because I don't think you make that sound in a mask. What, do you have a favorite part?
Yeah, I think it's like we talked about. Now they're starting to just like do little subtle things, and just like the fact that she's still doing the same actions that she does normally.
Yeah,
but she's wearing the mask this time with
and
the
it's
breathing.
not the most obvious joke.
Yeah,
to go to.
Right.
Like she
That's
could be
what
in
they
her
do.
swim cap.
Yeah,
she could.
It was like one joke and that was done, and then she's
in the
wearing
first
it.
act
Yeah.
of the episode. Yeah, so I like that a lot.
So do I.
I think also it just wasn't my favorite joke of the episode, so I think if I had found that funnier, then this would have been like the perfect credits for me, but it was a medium joke for me.
Yeah.
Her wearing the mask.
Maybe one thing I would add is maybe when Gene walks in, he could be in his little girl's bathing suit that he likes wearing so much because it holds everything together or whatever he says.
It's true. It holds things in place.
Yeah, he loves it so much.
You know what? To all the ladies listening to this, I went One Piece last year or 2 years ago. I am never freaking wearing a freaking bikini again. Like, thank God
You
One
and me
Pieces are
both.
back in. They're like cute cuts. Like, get out of here.
So you're on Team Gene.
Team Gene.
I'm always on Team Gene. Mm-hmm. So you came up with a new segment to start doing from now on, right? Or did we come up with it together?
That's not to say anyone who wears a bikini, I'm not judging. Like, wear anything you want to wear.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, I second guess everything I say.
Gene would say, embrace your body. Love yourself.
Yeah. Shake what you got.
Right. Shake what your mama gave you.
Okay, did you ask me a question? What's next?
We have a new segment that we kind of came up with that we want to start doing here.
Let's hear it.
And that is, were these end credits actually better than the episode itself?
No.
I'm going to say no on this one too.
But there are exceptions because we experienced it.
We do have some coming up that we know
Yeah.
are, in fact, better than the episodes, we
Yep.
think. But this one was not. I think this episode was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And these credits were a great addition to it.
Yep.
But the episode is really good and enjoyable. And there's a lot of Ollie and Andy in there, too, for those of you who
They're
like
great.
the Pesto Twins as much as I do.
There is? Because
Yeah,
they joined the swim team?
Yeah. They joined the Synchronized swim team, and you can't tell them apart, so they're wearing different swim caps, I think, or colored swimsuits, something like that. And they all wear the women's swimsuits, too. It's great.
Ollie and...
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
All the boys that end up coming to, like, be a part of the team, the
I
swim
love
team.
it.
Yeah. So, should we score these?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if you want to go first because
Yeah.
I don't have strong feelings.
Yeah, I'll go first. We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's I am going to give these credits a 6.5 H's. Just because I like the mask thing.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna.
again, like I'd want Gene in his bathing suit would have elevated it for me at the end. A little extra surprise that we waited. Once Linda has walked off,
Yeah.
and we get just this one last surprise of Gene in his little bathing suit. Maybe showing
Right.
it off a bit, putting his hands
I
on his
love
hips and on
him.
his head. Yeah.
I'll give it a 6. I like that there's different music. I like that there's a small, kind of almost inside joke. But some, like, last time we recorded, the whole flash dance with Jimmy Pesto. I just loved it so much. So 6
Yeah,
for
that
me.
one was really good. Okay, so 6.25 H's at the end of Tina's.
Yep.
And that's that. Those are those credits.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Please leave us a review if you've enjoyed this.
That would be wonderful.
On Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, it helps us out so much.
It takes 2 seconds. Like, shut it off now. Don't worry about listening to us. Just
Put it up, boop, say, I love Chip Chipperoo, makes me so happy. Hit 5 stars. We're good.
that would be wonderful, guys. Thank you.
And also, please follow us on social media. We're Bob's Credits all across the board, Twitter, Instagram, Gmail, and we have a Patreon we've started for just one low tier right now to see how many people are
$3 a
interested
month.
to support the podcast. If you're enjoying it, it helps us a little bit too, just because it costs a bit to
It's also great
Run a
for our
podcast.
ego.
That's true. That's important. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next time for episode 4 in
Burger
season
Boss.
2. Burger Boss.
Stay saucy.
There you go. She's got it.